Hey there, welcome, welcome. All Upland beginners, all Upland people that needs to know certain tools to play Upland. I'm here to explain. I'm still a beginner, but I have learned a lot moving on into the future of Upland Metaverse. I logged in around January. It's been a good 3 to 4 months of just hopping in, buying, selling. I haven't traded anything yet, but the future is Upland. And here, I'm going to give you information on how to strategize and find the cheapest property. Whether you're a beginner and you're looking for the cheapest FSA, or if you're just looking for a property that's worth some value or a landmark that's worth some value, I'm here to show you how to locate that property. And I apologize here. I was just going business to business, just looking for me some merchandise. As you see the price there, they got jerseys. I'm here in the Ballers Heaven store out here in, I think this is New York. But let me go ahead and exit the shop here. So, for all you new beginners, instead of scrolling across the map, looking at these green dots, trying to see how cheap someone's giving their property, you can actually go to a third party app here with Upland. It's in the Upland community directory. As you look up here, there's some tabs. There's the guide and tutorial. There's the About Us tab if you want to know a little bit more about the developers and the game of Upland. And here's the community. We're in the community tab, Upland Community Directory. Welcome to Upland Community Directory, where players can discover all of the amazing communities that make Upland special. And of course, you see some YouTube broadcasters there. Got Loyal Doyle, Upland Analysis, Upland Guide, Upland Brazil. The list goes on. And you can definitely tune into those guys. They give very good information when it comes to playing this game, or something like a game. That's kind of harsh words to use in Upland. Hey, it's a game. No, it's more than a game. So here you see different tools that you can use. They have Marla, Family and Friends. They created this to assist Upland bots and helpers. It started with a personalized market listing assistant. They also provide information about what properties are sold in Upland. But that's not what I want to talk about. As you see, there's other tools: Upland Data, Upland Realty, UPX Land, and Upland Travel. Today's topic is UPX Land. So let's go ahead and click on so we can learn more. So UPX Land, while they're showing me commercials. But here, we have the property search tab. You can look up properties in Upland. Whether it's in UPX or US dollars, you can look there. Now in the statistics, you see the history and the current statistics of prices, markups for cities, neighborhoods, and collections. But here, let's just go venture off in a property search. So you see it always starts off at San Francisco, which was one of the cities that was first created in the land of UPX. So let's just venture off. Let's see. Let's go to Oakland. What neighborhood? They have selections of neighborhoods you can choose from. You could select all, or you could distinguish which neighborhood you actually want to look at. And let's see what's a good neighborhood we can do here for the broadcast. See if we can find something near Lake Merritt or Grand Avenue. Okay, they got Lakeshore. Hit the check mark for Lakeshore. In case you want to look for collections, you want to get 3 properties to boost your property value each month, you can go ahead and distinguish the fact that you just only want to look for collections. And each city has their own list of collections. Solano Ave. You can even purchase murals in Jack London. Oakland Libraries. I didn't know that was a collection. Downtown, Grand Ave, Gibbons Drive, Historical Oakland. And Oakland also includes other cities such as UC Berkeley, Alameda, Piedmont. So they got Grand Lake. So we're at Lakeshore. So let's put in Grand Lake, looking for collections around the Grand Lake area. So we're just going to leave these as is, but you can sort by mint price, the markup price, up to price, the yield, as well as the sales price. And you can go up or you can go down. So let's hit the search bar. See what they bring us. Nothing yielded our search. So let's narrow our search down. Let's just go back to the collections. We're just going to go back to the collections tab. Deselect all. And just hit search that way. Maybe we can bring up. But there's a lot of cities that's either bought up or the floor price is just extremely high. San Francisco, for instance. So here, the first city we see by doing the filter is 460 Mandana Boulevard. It's in the city of Oakland. It's in the neighborhood of Lakeshore. And it's in the collections. It also show you the mint price, which was $660. That was low. The last price was $16,000. And the owner is someone named Fabwam. So here you can also look at the transaction tab. And this really gives you the history of where it all started. And this is all on a blockchain, the EOS blockchain as well. So as you see, April 16th at 8:38 a.m. when this property was first minted for 660 UPX. Then this person, Bakio1, sold for a little bit over $1,000, $1,100 for 7,777 UPX. No matter how little the profit is, it's still a profit. So that was on May 8th of 2021. So on May 8th, guess he must have listed it for sale, because on May 22nd, less than 2 weeks later, Swain bought the same property for 1,414 UPX. Now, I wish it would show what happened between Swain and Fabwam in regards to this. So, Fabwam, he bought it. I'm not sure if he bought it around the same UPX, 1,400 or a little bit more. But now he's selling it for a whopping 16,666 UPX. The guy loves sixes, I guess. But you can also click on Fabwam's name and it'll bring up his history and the neighborhoods which he owned. And in this case, the guy owns all of Oakland. At least part of Oakland, that is. Not all of Oakland. But usually if you click on another player, you'll see Oakland there. Fresno, New York, Queens, Manhattan, Louisiana, Memphis, things of that nature. But this guy solely is into Oakland and buying properties in and around Oakland. His total net worth, as you see at the top, is 105,176 UPX. current balance 7,000. Now his total value of property is 98,000, and he owns 6 properties. And with all his total properties combined, the square footage, or what I should say is the up to footage, is 198. Not so big. He's making about 314 UPX per month. So if I look more into this player, it doesn't seem like he's doing much. Doesn't seem like he's doing much. Let's see the neighborhood chart. Let's see. So the neighborhood chart distinguish what area in that particular city that he owns property in. So I say about 1% is in Lakeshore, and the other 5% is the Upper Laurel District. So that's just one fine example of how you can look for properties that's for sale by other owners. Oh, look at here. This is a person that have a structure. Oh, Fob Wam, the same guy. Oh, this is all Fob Wams. So it gives a breakdown on his Lakeshore property and his Upper Laurel District property. So that's just another way you guys can search for cheap property. I'll give you some more examples here. Let's go to Fresno. Quite sure Fresno might have a lot more property than Oakland. Just going to leave everything is. So sort by mint price. Yeah, we're just going to FSA option. We're just going to do all. So you could do only FSA. Let's see if we only do FSA, what we bring. What we find if we only do only FSA. This is for you new beginners here in Upland. Now, just like real life, they have a First-Time Home Buyers Act. In Upland, they have a First Start Act. And this is for all new players coming into Upland. They have property designated for you. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. So here we see a lot of locked property, which is, I believe, FSA property. But in order to determine that, let's go here. We did the transaction. Now we can actually go to the property without jumping from tab to tab. So we're just going to zoom in. Is it going to zoom in? Oh, there we go. So 5058 North Faulkner Avenue. It's a FSA, but it's currently locked. It's not for sale. And sometimes you will see that in certain cities. And I don't know the reasoning behind it. You could be in Oakland, you can be in Fresno. You have FSA property, you have property for sale by different players. But then there's property that's just in the white that hasn't become available for sale as of yet. But soon, once the cities start filling up, they'll start releasing more property as you go along. So always keep your eye out for the cheapest property, because you want to buy cheap and sell high if you can. So I guess these are a lot of locked properties. So let's go to non-FSA and see what other results we can look up here. Hold on, let me scroll down. Let me scroll, get that off the screen. Okay, so it's a lot of properties locked in Fresno. I'm not sure why. Let's see here. Let's just click on this one. Let's just go to transactions. See what the transactions say. We're not able to get transaction data about that property. I just think because the property is not up for grabs yet. So go to property. See what color it shows on the map. Is it white? Is it blue? Is it green? So it's not for sale. Not as yet. But soon as it be released, it's going to be up for grabs real quick. So, I don't know. Maybe Fresno wasn't a good example. So, let's go to San Francisco. I know there's not a lot in San Francisco, but I just want to see the difference. So, non-FSA, only FSA. Go and keep it at non-FSA and do the search. You're just playing along here, people. I hope you're following. I just want to know why the status is locked. Oh! So I hit the status and I got for sale. I don't know why it started off at locked property. This is probably the same thing I could have did with Fresno. I didn't know these tabs up here you can ascend or descend. So probably all the locked is at the bottom of the page. So let's start at the top of the page. And oh my gosh, this man got 99, what's that, million markup on a property, 1193 Tennessee Street. It's part of a collection. And by clicking on the star, you can see how much of a boost in income you will receive if you put this in the collections. So let's just go ahead and look at the transaction. The transaction must be pretty interesting on this. So minted for 0 UPX. This guy must be a part of Upland. He must be a developer. And this was back in 2019. Let's click on this guy. So Steve's UNTW owns about 27 properties, about the amount I own, but I'm not as rich as him. Network on UPX is a little bit under $1 million. Its current property value, oh my, whoo, 833,275 UPX, and he owns land in San Francisco, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and he's been doing some work in Queens as well. He got 5 properties out there. So he got some for sale. As you see, the mint price was originally $22.50. The last price that it was bought for was $5,000. Now he's selling it for $500,000 UPX. It's worth it. As you know, San Francisco, they might have a high floor price, but there's people that's hungry. There's people that's starving. There's people in need of property in San Francisco, and they willing to spend whatever it takes. If they see something, a property they like, they will grab it. You'll be the lucky winner. So let's go. We have the next one is 2935 Larkin Street in the Aquatic Park, Fort Mason neighborhood. Mint price $29,600. Last price $29,600. I don't think he has this for sale. No, he don't have this for sale. But let's look at the transaction details on this one. So this guy was like the first. Let's see what if it shows his ranking. So Steve's UNTW. User's name right here. So he's there, but let's see. Oh, I can just click on this, I believe. Just want to see if he's an executive, a director. What are you? Hope this takes me somewhere. Oh, it takes me on the EOS. We're in his business. So if you click on his name, you can actually look at the EOS transactions. And this is all blockchain information. So he received tokens, 450, probably directly from Upland. Maybe he was in a contest or playing some sort of game in the community. You know, that's one thing that's great about Upland. There's many ways you can obtain UPX as well as Spark. I suggest anyone, any beginner that's on here, set up a Discord account, set up a Reddit account. There's many platforms here in regards to Upland that will help your research and help you navigate through this game safely and successfully. So also, what I was looking at earlier was the Upland property statistic. So I was here, right, looking up City of Oakland, the Lakeshore neighborhood, at all the collections. And as you see in red, it says 100% no more properties left, excluding locked. So there is some locked properties, and it's up to the developers when they're going to release those properties. Now, I don't know if these landmark properties are some sort of special property or a special business, but look, just in the Lakeshore area alone, the first tab says total properties. There's a total of 931 properties in the Lakeshore area. Just the Lakeshore. We're talking about Oakland, but just the Lakeshore area. Is there any unminted properties for any beginners? No, there's 0. Is there any locked? They said there is locked, but they're not referencing any number at this point. How many properties are owned? There's 735. Even shows you how many properties are for sale, 171. And how many are for sale that's requiring US dollars? That's 25. So that means players, there's 25 players. Well, there's 25 properties out there for sale, but you can only purchase it with US dollars. Now, and you can also see the floor price just in case you receive an offer or if you out there trying to find the lowest offer. Now, the lowest floor price that someone should give in this area is 17,000 UPX. Anything lower than 17,000 is a steal, so hurry up and grab it. Now, when it comes to floor price in US dollars, the average cost is about $15. $15. That's 15,000 UPX. And the markup is about 254%. The floor markup in US dollars is 175%. Now, the median price is around 7,000 UPX. And the median price on US dollars is 50. So, as you look at the graph on the property statistics, on the total properties, the properties that's unminted is not there because everything is sold. No properties locked at this moment. They haven't showed us any numbers in regards to that. And you see the properties owned and the properties for sale. So you could do this with each individual city. There's more graphs. If you're into graphs, you know, you could take this data, load it into your spreadsheet, Excel, and keep your own statistics on your own businesses, your own property, as well as your own NFTs. You know, this is a game, but it's based upon real property values and real property locations. So I'm gonna make it one of two. This is one of one right now, but stay tuned. I'll bring you more interesting information about how to search for properties in your neighborhood and surrounding cities. Thank you for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like and that subscribe button. I'm out.